Hi, I'm Nat at Lunar Coil, where scales meet stories and passion meets pythons. So we have done a hostile takeover today at the place where it started, at New Forest Morphs in the New Forest. And this is my co-presenter for today. This is Apollo. He is and I always forget, what is he called?
Okay, he's a pastel, orange dream, banana boy.
There's not like, there's a mouthful.
My first ever baby boy that I bought maybe about 7 years ago.
Oh, he's gorgeous. So I can never come here and either not buy more snakes or cuddle everything that moves. They are absolutely gorgeous. So Paul very kindly said that we could do a little bit of a hostile takeover and show some of the collection today. So I don't really know where to start. There's like 250 here. But yes, Apollo is just absolutely scrummy. He's teddy bear tame. And we were joking, saying that this will be the first time he bites somebody. But he's absolutely gorgeous. He's so scrummy.
He's a lovely boy.
He's just gorgeous. You see the face on him? He's just lovely.
Yeah.
He's really, really nice. This is the boy that Caleb fell in love with straight away. And I'm beginning to learn that they're called also bananas because they have the same freckling that bananas have when you leave them in your kitchen for a week. The thing that Paul said that I'm allowed to bring out that we get a peek at is he had an Axanthic clutch, and oh, I'm in love. So you're basically going to get a sneak peek of what I'm hopefully going to steal one of them at some point for my collection.
I can see you've got big pockets there anyway, so if not, I understand that there's always a bit of space in other places.
if my pockets are moving when I leave, just ignore it, it's fine. So let's pop his.
Yeah.
Let's pop him away.
Lovely.
This has always been quite fun for me as well, learning he did it by the book, but with some of the snakes that aren't used to being held, when we're taming them out, trying to encourage them to put their heads in the hides and go away nicely.
Look, he's coming out. You want to see how cute is that?
Checking what still has his tail.
You see how much he's enjoying being with you in that, and you've got this amazing impact on all my snakes. You are the snake wrangler. I tell you, you really know how to control these snakes. You're taming my boys down.
Champagne earlier. That was quite fun.
The real test. I've got a hugely virile boy called Galileo that wants to lock with everything, and we spoke about it earlier.
Oh yeah.
The test for you, being the ultimate snake wrangler, would be: can you get this boy under control without getting bitten? Now, do you want to chance it, or do you want to see the Axanthic clutch first?
Let's see the Axanthic clutch first before I get the nibbles.
Okay.
Actually, I got bit by Noodle. So my very first bite came from my very first snake, and it was just me being an idiot. So to clean out the enclosures, I use poo bags because I just think it's easier. I haven't got to mess around. I can just turn the bag inside out, same as when I do the dogs in the garden. And she was in her cold hide, and every fibre of my being said, do not put that bag near her face. And something in my brain went, oh, you'll be all right, do it anyway. And I did, and I felt the whack on my thumb, and there was a little bit of blood, and it was just a quick hit, and then she went straight back in. And I actually thought it was going to hurt loads when I got my first bite. I think it definitely helps that it came from Noodle, not from Seraphine.
Absolutely.
But I think, really from her perspective, it was scary. This big thing that smells a bit like baby powder is flying in her face, and she wanted to attack it. And to be honest with you, I just thought it was quite funny. I had to laugh, and I did sort of apologise and handle her afterwards to go, you're okay, I'm okay, we're okay. So yeah, she's back to normal. She's quite happy. But
I thought it was brilliant how you handled it, because honestly, it was so beautiful.
I actually ended up shouting downstairs because Noodle lives in my room.
Yeah.
I ended up shouting downstairs. I was quite excited. I was like, Matt, I got my first bite! And I think he was a bit shocked that I was deliriously happy, and I thought it was quite I have been marked. I am now amongst the fold.
Before we go, let's see how our baby eggs are doing. And then lo and behold, I saw all these babies pipping.
You're letting me do the surprise one.
Oh, so sorry. Absolutely. So this is actually the Desert Ghost clutch. It's not the Axanthic. The Axanthic clutch, but that's okay because these are stunners.
Yeah, I just didn't want to, because if this is like your surprise for your video.
No, that's okay. It's already gone out.
Okay,
It's already gone out.
Second-hand information here, folks. But these are just beautiful.
Aren't they lovely?
They are so gorgeous.
So clean. Desert Ghost is an enhancing genetic which cleans up all of the alien heads, takes out any speckling and any gravelly, speckly looks, and you get this beautiful, clean image. You can see if I zoom in on there, look how clean that is.
That's just gorgeous. And look at them coming out of the eggs. They're so... They're just... I just don't get how anybody can...
And look, there's an umbilical cord there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's something new. Now, people don't realise it. They come out of eggs by themselves, but their umbilical cord is going to drop off in about 24 hours, and that's what you see. Like we all have tummy buttons, they have tummy buttons too. That's normally connected to the egg, but obviously they've absorbed all the egg. They've come out of the egg because they thought it was ready to do so. The other ones that are inside the egg are probably not quite fully absorbed. Mm-hmm. They absorb all the egg yolk and everything before they come. That's why they're so big and chunky. So you're now witnessing, and I haven't seen this so graphically before myself, the umbilical cord is right there.
It looks like it's falling off.
Yeah, it's in the process of coming off. It will come off within 24 hours. Nothing to worry about. Just part of the course.
And it's like they're actually in the process of it dropping off as we speak.
Yeah, so probably wouldn't want to handle them too much, but
no,
we could try and
course.
ID them. So there's Fire, Enchi, Pastel, Desert Ghost, and half of them will be heteropied.
You've got some with some amazing head stamps, but they
Yes.
would be at the bottom, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but we can always show off the Axanthic clutch, but that's the clutch for today. But we can show off the father and mother, if you like, so you can see the parents of this clutch.
I just love the behaviour, how this one's sort of like just sniffing and going, hey guys, what's up? And this one's just swimming away in its yolk.
They think they're missing something from the party, don't they? They want to come out and join the party.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't decided if I want to come out or not yet. What's going on over here?
Now, Nat, you were talking about your studies of the sociability of these snakes, and you were saying how you've done some studies saying that people don't realise, even though when they become bigger, they become solitary predators, but in the early stages, when they're actually in their nest, so to speak, they hang together for quite a while.
In a cuddle of pythons.
Absolutely, yeah.
But well, there was the guy that did, I've just forgotten the name, which is typical, did a study, and he had a bunch of ball pythons, and he kept the conditions the same, multiple hides, they weren't competing for resources, they weren't, they all started off at different locations, and every day he would reset it, everything would be cleaned, and every single morning that he came in, they'd all gravitated towards each other in different hides. So he was swapping the hides around and mixing up the variables in case it was the smell of a hide, in case it was one particular area, and he found that because they weren't competing for resources, that they would actually end up collectively together in the hives the next morning when he found them, which has prompted a few people to question whether or not they are actually solitary animals, because obviously in the wild there's the theory that they might go off and hunt, but then they might come back to burrows together.
There's a temple in Africa built by the locals for generations where they open up the temple and the bull pythons come in when they please in numbers and groups, and they socialise as adults.
I love it.
Yeah, they do. They're very social creatures. They're spiritually connected to Mother Earth and to us. But also, this is what I love about Nat, your channel. It's so spiritual and so in depth. And of course, you're bringing your own knowledge of 25 years of your spiritual culture.
Being a practicing witch.
Well, you have to show us your witch top. At some point. I mean, Nat's got all these lovely witch tops. Some of them are a little bit spicy, a little bit naughty, but
one of them says, lick a witch, taste the magic. They're definitely
sealed. Thank goodness for that.
I have a paranoia about snakes escaping.
Towards the smaller
So over here.
and go up. Do you want
Clutch 11.
Clutch 11. These are the Axanthic, so feel free to come and have a look. And these ones you can pick up. because I think most of them are out of shed now and they're almost ready to set up.
This is where I get attacked.
And I think that both Matt and Nat just love the Axanthic.
I always shake. This is why I'm not a surgeon. You're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry. If I can rest my wrist, you'll be fine. So it's not the snakes being nervous, it's just me shaking.
How beautiful that is, the way you're cradling that so beautifully and so supportive. It's your little baby. I mean, it's like your little baby.
They are. I just love them so much. Like, I understand, like, how, because obviously we're getting into the breeding, about the morphs and things, and how important these different genetics are. But you could give me a normal snake that's a baby and I'd be so incredibly happy to sit there with it for the day. They're just so adorable and so sweet.
They really
and
are.
look at the markings. So look at the little bits at the back of the head stamp. They're just so cute.
I love the silvers, the blacks, and the Axanthic.
Yep.
Anyone that's into the Gothic theme, fall in love with these, that's for sure.
Are these the VPI line ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Because that's the cleaner pattern.
Absolutely. The VPI, I mean, all the Axanthics are pretty good. I like the VPI because they are particularly clean. But we've also got the black Axanthic and the TSK Axanthic. And later you can bring out one of your favourite snakes, which is Shuri. And we can actually contrast the different Axanthics because they are not compatible, by the way. So you can't put a black Axanthic with the TSK Axanthic and expect to get an Axanthic.
I heard that. And how come? Is that just because it's sort of like the same sort of thing if you mixed a Cine with a Cine?
So if you mixed a Cine with a Cine, you get a super Cine.
Okay, that's your sibling.
And that's quite a dangerous one to mix because they can lead to kinking and duck billing. We've bucked the trend. In my first year of breeding, we were going for what they call the panda pieds, which were effectively cinnamon black pastel pieds. And we hit a clutch where we lost, unfortunately, 4 of our babies because they were severely kinked. But as a blessing that came out of that, we've got Shadow, who's this wonderful black snake. Which you can bring out another time if you like.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, but thanks for sharing those. So we've got in there the Axanthics, but we've also got the clown because these are
that one is beautiful.
So here we have what they call is the Axanthic clown. Now this one is het for Axanthic, but you can see the reason why we think it's het for Axanthic is if you look around its dorsal, there's these deep blacks. Can you see the blacks around the dorsal? So when you see a het influence where there's only one copy of the Axanthic rather than 2, that's trying to shine through the clown.
Okay.
So that's what you're spotting. And the Axanthics hopefully are going to be het for clown, meaning you can't see the clown, but they're carrying one copy of the clown.
So in the future we're looking at Axanthic clowns.
We are.
This is why I get so excited about your breeding projects, because I know I get to buy one.
Absolutely, and we're going to put Desert Ghost in that as well, because then it will be like a stormtrooper. They get so white and so black and so silver that they actually call them the stormtroopers. It's actually the genetic combining them. Not the genetic, but it's the name of the combo.
It's the one that Matt wants.
Yeah.
The first moment he saw stormtroopers, he decided that was it. That was what he wanted.
Absolutely.
Shuri, because I remember you saying, is it Shuri and Yorker? They were your surprise Axanthics, weren't they?
That's right, exactly.
So let me get her out. Hi, my darling. I'm just going to very carefully get you out. I think I'm a lot shakier with the babies because they're so delicate.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, say that just as a bump the tub. I am so sorry, Shuri. You don't realise either how much, like, all of these tubs weigh.
Oh, you get a workout just lifting
Hi,
tubs,
Shuri.
honestly. So this one here has another gene besides Axanthic. It's got what they call the Mojave.
Yep.
And the Mojave has floating alien heads. And you can see the floating alien heads.
So that's those ones here.
Yeah, they kind of float, but because there's Axanthic in there, they're drawing the floating alien heads down to the belly.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't normally get on a Mojave, but the Axanthic is having that impact.
I just love the fact she's got like the Captain Hook sign on the side.
She's got the captain, she's got a fish on her side. Being a fisherman, I love that. For every shed, she gets blacker and blacker. And that's why they're called the black Axanthic or the TSK Axanthic or the SK Axanthic. TSK stands for the snake keeper. And this gene was found 25 years ago by the snake keeper breeding couple, husband and wife, based in Utah. And they imported a snake from Africa as a dinka project, whereby when they actually found these snakes in the wild, they saw some unusual patterns and colours.
Yeah.
And they couldn't quite work out what was going on. So these American breeders decided to pay a lot of money for these dinkers. And over time, they bred them out with each other. And the hidden genetics, which are recessives, suddenly became visual because you had 2 copies of the recessive coming together.
Sure.
So 1 copy of the recessive is called a het.
Yep.
2 copies coming together is a
homo. Is it the homo?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've got het and homo, and that's really where the hets come in. So when you're looking at this as a fully visual girl, you're not seeing the het pattern, you're seeing the full visual display, 2 copies coming together.
She's just stunning, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's just absolutely beautiful.
We're going to breed with her soon. Now, if we were to weigh her, she's probably close to 1,200 grams, but we like them to be about 1,500 before we start doing that.
I've got to be honest, I feel like she's probably heavier.
Well, we could weigh her if you like, because
the other one, she's stretched.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she's getting up to that 1,500 because I've got some big plans for her.
Because you remember the other one that I thought might have been 1.5 and it was 1.3?
Yes.
I think she's heavier.
Yeah.
You're very beautiful.
She's a darling.
She's absolutely stunning.
She's enjoying you as well. I can see that.
Hi. Yeah, no, I just love how how it sort of like blends into the really, really dark, and she's just a perfect balance between shadow and light, isn't she?
She really is. Really is. Now you put leopard in there and you put in mahogany. Now I know that you're looking at buying a mahogany yourself.
Yes.
And I hope you do, because I haven't got mahogany in my collection, which means that when we collaborate, we can share each other's genetics.
Absolutely. And I've been looking at what I'm likely to get if I mix a leopard and a mahogany, and I may have slightly fallen in love. Right, Shuri, I'm going to put you back.
She's a gorgeous one.
She is absolutely
I love the way you
stunning.
handle your snakes, by the way, because a lot of people don't realise that these are very delicate creatures that need to be handled with so much love and care. And the way you both handle them is absolutely exemplary.
It's just, it's when they get so comfortable with you that they forget to hold on. Yeah. And it's like, oh, my human has me. The amount of times Finn has crawled up onto my head and just forgot that he was on my head.
Yeah.
And I've had to catch him at the side. It's like having a toddler again. You just have to have the reflexes of a jungle cat.
Well, all your maternal instincts kick in, don't they, when you're with these babies? I can see you just being such a, what a caring person you are, and it's lovely. You can see the snakes are going to thrive in your stewardship.
I walk around with this giant thing on my head going, shh, it's okay. Oh. Should we give it a go? Let's see.
Do you want to tame the big boy?
Oh, let's see if we get the nibbles. Please don't bite me. This is my video.
So I recommend bring him out, keep your face and your hands below everything. Bring him onto the top. He'll want to come out and lock with you probably. But
Brilliant.
Don't worry, he's just a really keen breeder and is a keen feeder. But he's quite heavy, so carefully sit. Hopefully you... That's it, well done. Oh look, he wants to come out already. Look, see? There he is. So this is Galileo. Now he's the father of the Axanthic clutch.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's the daddy.
Please don't eat me or try and breed with me, because that's just not fair and just not nice.
So do you know how would you go about taming
From behind.
this boy? So from behind.
Definitely from behind,
Okay.
and probably use my hat. I've seen Steve Irwin do this. Focus over here. Look what's going on over here. No. Right. Please don't bite me.
If he does, don't worry. We'll do a video on how to deal with a snake wrapped around your hand. Sorry. How about to instill confidence?
It was this moment she realised, she flopped up. Hi, how's it going? I'm not going to feed you. He's already hissed at me.
He's very, very inquisitive. So what you could do is to snap him out of that. You could be brave enough to go in with your hand that way, or even that way, palm it.
Yep.
And actually just not press his head down, but just let him know this is not feeding time.
This is what they were saying about the like this as well.
You can use a roll of paper. So if you want,
I know we use this.
it might be safer. I can get you a roll of paper if you like.
Yeah,
So
that's
let me get you a roll of paper. Just bear with me a second.
Right. Hi, I'm not feeding you. Smell my hand. Smell my hand.
I mean, the fact that he's just like flicking his tongue now, I think he's almost out of it anyway.
Yeah.
So just gently go in.
So this was something that we were talking about, and Matt has said. So you basically
that's it.
do a boop.
That's it. I mean, he's out of feeding mode now. He knows it's not feeding mode, so he should be okay now. And he just needs a bit of TLC. He's not handled enough, really. But like I say, he loves the ladies, though. So look at that. Wonderful.
Hi, gorgeous.
Well done, Nat. Well done. That's so good.
See, I don't mind when the smaller ones hiss at me because I think it's kind of cute and kind of funny. But when the bigger ones hiss,
well, they pack a punch. They do pack a punch. Now, I've been hit by a big girl before.
Well, if I can avoid that, that's the goal. Hi.
But
how's it going?
Look, straight away he's got his tail around you, but you know.
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you? All right. He's
so
gorgeous.
He's carrying two genetics you can't see, and he's carrying what they call a pastel. This is a pastel.
You can see that on the head, can't you, with him, because of the very, very pale yellow.
And he's actually a super pastel, meaning that he's carrying two copies of pastel, and we call him a super, which means all his offspring are guaranteed to be
pastel.
Yeah, and that's why we got him. I wanted pastel in the Desert Ghost, because pastel and Desert Ghost really pop, as you've just seen when you showed off the clutch.
Yeah. He's still a little bit undecided.
Yeah. The more time he spends with you, the easier he'll relax, and he'll be fine.
On my shoulder.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
There we go.
And his wife is a pastel double het Axanthic VPI clown, and they together produce those beautiful babies for us.
See, I think one of the things that's worth mentioning as well, that even though I was sort of like, because ideally I don't want to get bit, you know, and if something's threatening, I want to try and work a way around it so I can not get bit, but the snake realises that, you know, it's not feeding time.
Yeah.
People are friends, not food. And it just sort of like, you know, obviously it's a good experience for, as long as they're not severely distressed, it's a good experience for both, really.
Absolutely.
Because it exercises them, it gets them a bit more enrichment.
Yes.
But I think it's good to show that even the snakes that can appear, you know, a bit scary or a bit aggressive, or the ones that you think may bite you, won't necessarily bite you. And that there's different tactics and different things that you can use to kind of bring them out of food mode. Like I said, I mean, with the smaller ones, I just kind of use my fingers because what's the worst that's going to happen. But with the bigger ones, it's always a bit sort of...
Yes.
It's a bit nerve-wracking. But I think there's
He's loving this. He's absolutely loving your petting.
There's a lot of people on the forums that will say, oh, I don't know what to do. My snake's hissed at me. And she's never done that before. Or he's never done that before. And I don't know what to do. And it's sort of like, well... I don't know, I kind of feel like don't let them win necessarily, unless you know that there's something wrong with the snake, like they're going into shed, or they might be unwell, you know, because there's like one hiss can mean a multitude of things, like a baby's cry.
Yes.
But if it's just them being a bit sassy because they're not really morning people, then there's always like a workaround, isn't there?
Absolutely.
You're scrummy. You're actually really cute.
I was convinced that you would tame them up because I just know how good you are at taming these beautiful animals.
The champagne ones earlier, I've fallen in love with one of your champagnes because it has the face of a baby dragon.
Yes.
And it has the attitude of one as well. And I think it's great. And he was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
But in fact, I'm going to show him or her off. I can't remember whether they've been
well done, Matt. Well done for...
Hi.
See that? Look, he wants to kiss you now. So that shows you've gone from a situation where he's thinking, am I going to get fed?
Sorry.
And like you say, he wasn't fazed by that at all. And he's absolutely in relaxed mode now.
Yeah, he's just exploring, isn't he?
Yeah. He's chilled.
But I think that's one of the things, like when you look at snakes and you have a snake hiss at you, everyone thinks, oh, it's gonna kill me. It's going to kill me, that's it, game over. Or it's really angry, or my snake doesn't like me. It could just be the case that they're hungry and they're horny and they're like, what are you, food?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Totally
he's
agree.
So cute.
They can snap out of it within 10 seconds. Once you either give them a little tap with the paper, or if you go in there behind them and they realise it's not feeding, they then suddenly realise, what am I doing getting into strike mode when there's no food about? And they switch off.
It's just a pointless exercise.
Yeah, they're just getting ready to thinking that you're feeding them. That's all they're doing.
So that was why I was, you know, I'm glad that you mentioned this, because I remember Matt was saying about it, and it was a video that him and I watched, that it's just a little boop on the nose if you don't want to, if you're not quite at Paul's level where you can feel that you can go, no, you know, when you're doing the claw or the crane.
That's it, absolutely.
But yeah, thank you for not eating me or trying to hump me. That was great. I really appreciate it.
I can see this pair going your way at some point, because as soon
so can I.
because I can see that, you know, as soon as we get our babies up to size and we've got their genetics up higher, then I will find a home for these two, and I think your family will probably be the number one family I'd want them to go to. Oh,
he's just beautiful. Yeah. And Pandora, the lesser super pastel het everything, she's toned out loads. I mean, she's gone from being, well, she was a bit of a firecracker, as you would say.
She really was.
To now, she'll sit around my wrist and she tries to crawl onto my shoulders, and she won't accept she's a tiny snake, but she actively tries to come out. And she's very friendly, and he actually quite reminds me of her.
What I find fascinating, and I've got to just zoom in on your bracelet, because that was a gift given to you from the gods at the age of 15. All the snakes that you handle homing on that stone, and they home in on that bracelet.
Yeah, so the story behind the bracelet is, when I was 15 years old, my parents have a 3-story house, and one of the top windows opens outwards, and this bracelet was on the roof outside my bedroom window. And I remember asking my mum about it, and she said, well, maybe a bird brought it. And we've always sort of felt like there was a kind of slight Lilith energy to it. And it's really interesting, because every time that I've worn it, even because Lilith is very much like a left-hand path, so when I wear it, even if I was to put it on my right, the snakes don't necessarily always go for it, but whenever it's on my left wrist, we keep finding all the baby snakes keep crawling around it.
Yeah. They sense something. They sense the spiritual power in that bracelet.
Even when they're sort of held in the right-hand side, which is weird, they'll cross over. I
think it's amazing. I think there's so many things going on we don't realise.
You know, I mean, you could say, oh, it might be a grip thing. You know, they might go, oh, there's something great there to hold on to. But, But,
spiritual powers.
Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. But either way, it's a pattern that we've learned, and we've put our own interpretation on it.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. I like it a
lot.
Right.
Yeah. Come on, you need to...
Well, you've certainly, just 10 minutes with him, you've tamed him up beautifully. Well, 5 minutes, really. So amazing.
He's like, no, I'm not.
So every time Nat comes to visit me, I can give her, 10 snakes to play with, and when I come back into the facility,
they have dummies and they're singing.
Rockabye baby.
Hi, you're so cute. You're so cute.
Now you're going to pick up a couple of more snakes, aren't you? Because did you want to show your viewers what you're going to be picking up?
Oh yes. So this one I'm really excited about. So she's one of my little babies. Right, we have to get you up here before you climb down and back onto my head. So. Okay. Oh no.
So I mean, he just loves the ladies.
Okay. I don't know if I'm tall enough to do this. I will give it my best go.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Right.
Well done. Now you're not going to have any problems picking him up in the future, are you? Now.
No, he's actually really cute.
Yeah, there. And maybe we can explain what's going on here, because this is an educational opportunity for the new viewers that aren't aware of a patho clutch.
So, basically, from my understanding of it, she's like the Jesus of the snake world. Mm-hmm. There was no father's input. The mother decided that, we think she's patho. So basically, we think that the mother's decided that actually stuff these genetics, I can make a better snake myself. So she's made a direct clone of herself through parthenogenesis.
That's it.
So
she's not necessarily a clone, but she's using the genetics of the mother to bring together 2 of her X chromosomes together.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she's an identical version of the mother.
Yeah.
But she's actually got
using the mum's genetics to create.
Correct, and therefore, what we're saying here is that we're saying that she can actually produce a baby without the boy being about, which is basically millions and trillions of years of evolution that they've been able to do that. Because if you think about it, there are times when females can't get hold of a boy.
Yeah.
So well, how do they survive? How do they generate future offspring?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But I mean, I just think she's just so gorgeous, like the markings on her.
Yeah, and she's exactly 100 grams, and all the snakes that leave here have to be at least 100 grams. So when you're ready, you can pick her up either tonight or another time, whenever you're ready. I know Matt's coming tonight, so...
Yes, yeah. Then we're going to go off and do our KDF.
So it might be pick up the snakes another time if you're going to
I think that probably makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, no, she's gorgeous. She's really, really lovely. And you can just sort of see, like, look at the patterning on her. She's just beautiful, isn't she? What's interesting is that she was in strike mode when we first saw her. You played with her for 10 minutes, and now look at how peaceful she is. She's not in strike mode anymore. She's in chill mode. And I'm not 100% sure if I don't put my fingers in, but we'll see. You come in behind her, you'll be much safer. That's it. Come in behind. Oh, there we go. Do not give me the nibbles. Right. Okay. So it takes her a little while to settle down, but she will eventually settle down. Oh, she has, ever since the first day I picked her up. Yeah. But, I mean, she's small, isn't she? And if you know, her natural instinct is everything wants to eat me, which I understand. I mean, she looks scrummy. Yeah. And she is the ultra male that you've got, a boy ultra male. So now you can produce with her. It looks as though we've got a low battery on here, so I just close that a second? Yeah. Yeah. So what I'll say is that when she's big enough, you could breed with her with your other ultra male. Yeah. Produce some more ultra males if you wanted to. Because she's, I remember you saying that you were a little bit worried that there may have been kinking or a duckbill, and she's perfect. She really is. In fact, she's brighter than some of my other ultra males, so the mother's genetics must be very good. But yeah, no, she's gorgeous. And I am actually getting quite into the ultra males. I know initially before that I was looking a lot of like the darker and the lighter. Yes. But to be honest with you, I've fallen in love with Peanut. He's the sweetest thing ever. And, he is, yeah. And then Noodle is absolutely adorable. Obviously, that was a big scary hand. Being, you know, sort of like albinos, because ultra males are part of the albino family, aren't they? Yes, they are, yeah. I'm still learning. You're doing brilliant. So, I think I probably was... I mean, I fell in love with Peanut the day I met Noodle. Yeah. And it was the periscoping that got me. That was it. Game over. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to be looking into the Ultramel project. And like you said yourself before, you know, that most people were always quite reserved about caramel because of the kinking and potential genetic problems that came with them. Yeah. And now they're starting to realise that actually you can get the same sort of similar aesthetic and colouring but using the ultramels instead, and how valuable these snakes actually really are. Absolutely. And if you like, you can bring out my ultramel clown girl. Yes. See, when you put clown to it, why don't we get her out as well? We make a comparison. Oh, she's You've beautiful. Got 20% of your battery left. I don't want to leave you without any communication device. So okay, so this is my pride and joy. Been waiting quite a while. This is what the Ultramel does in clown, and I think she's absolutely stunning. Just look at that. She's gorgeous. She looks like an AI snake. I don't feel like the camera will really do her justice, but... So Ultramel going into clown produces this, but they're double recessive. Clown is a recessive, Ultramel's recessive. That means you need 2 copies of each, one from the daddy, one from the mummy, to get the Ultramel. 1 clown from the daddy, 1 clown from the mummy, all coming together, and then bang. Then we had 7 eggs and we hit one of these females. Yeah. We also had 7 other eggs and we hit a male. So we've had a male and female Ultramel clown. The luck on that. It's so good, because now when we breed with them, guess what happens if you breed an Ultramel clown to an Ultramel clown? You just get Ultramel clowns. And if they have 8 eggs, you get effectively a £10,000 clutch, effectively. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm not saying we're doing this for money, but what I'm saying is you've got to pay for everything. No, so absolutely. As your genetics go up, the quality of what you produce and the value goes up, which makes the hobby so much more affordable, because for the first 5 years you plough a lot of money in. Yeah. But then you start to break even, and then you start to make a little bit. And then you remember you have kids, and then you're broke again. Exactly.
But it's one of those hobbies that can pay for itself eventually.
Yeah.
You just got to make a few sacrifices in the first few years.
Do you know, I think even if we weren't getting to the point where we're going to be selling them,
yes,
I've learnt so much about these amazing creatures.
I mean, they pay for themselves just by being with us.
Absolutely.
But if they actually also pay for themselves and actually generate income for the snake collection, then it's a hobby that just keeps on growing.
Oh, absolutely. And mine, I mean, I make them earn their keep anyway. I wear them as I do my housework. So Finn might be around my neck whilst I'm going out and doing the washing, and then Angelo might be with me whilst I'm doing the kitchen, and Pandora's usually with me when I'm doing my makeup, because who better to inspire you than something that beautiful? And I just sort of pop them on. So I try and make sure that they've all been exercised at least once or twice a week, so they get to go and, oh, you think you're a big snake? Fantastic.
The one that really got me, and I'm not sure if you've shared this on your channel yet, but you know when Jared bought one of his first snakes, which we called Toast?
Yes.
And you fell in love with Toast. Now, you've renamed her... Sahira.
Yeah.
When you were wearing her for the first time, I got flashbacks of Cleopatra. Now, I know you've done a beautiful video, and if you haven't seen it, guys, do go and see the history and the myths of ball pythons, because what Nat's done, quite unique because of her history and her culture, is she goes deep into the mystical side of this hobby, and she shares some really beautiful things. But she was wearing Toast in such a way that really touched me, because I could see her majestic power. I could see her as a queen, as she is.
Toast, Sahira, when I just first got her, she coiled around me, went up and sat on my head, didn't she, at the top?
Majestic.
And
absolutely.
I think you and Matt both said that if you didn't know the snake better, you would have thought that she was guarding me.
Absolutely, and she probably is.
She's gorgeous, and she, in fact, she is the matriarch of our collection, and as you know, we have Echidna, who sounded like a cheap bottle of lemonade when Matt was holding her, and he had her around his neck, and all of a sudden we heard continuously. And I honestly, I thought one of the kids had opened a fizzy drink, and I turned around and I sort of saw Matt stood there like, she's not okay. I think I probably need to put her back. So the next time he decided to get her out, she was taming down nicely, but she was a little bit aggy, and I thought, right, if she wants to be a bit sassy, I'm getting out Sahira as well. And it was quite funny. So Matt was holding Echidna, and I'm sort of stood there, and Sahira's looking, and I'm looking, and Echidna's never been so sweet. She was just in like daddy's arms, like not doing anything. And I kind of feel like it was because Sahira was sort of there going, behave yourself. But she's lovely.
I think there is something like that going on. We've kept Dexter cows, and we had a matriarch in the cow herd.
Yeah.
And they bring everyone together, and there is a matriarchal order.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think they can all sense that Sahira could probably eat an anaconda and then have room. She's massive, absolutely massive. And it's really funny because, you know, the kids will hold their snakes, and, you know, they're all various different sizes, and we'll hold the babies. And then we get Sahira out at the end, because if we hold her first and then put her away, she taps on the enclosure. So she has to be last out overseeing everything, then we put her away. And when you get her out and they're holding their babies, you realise how big she is.
She is about 3K.
Massive.
She go up to 5K, and they do go up to 6 feet long, 7 feet long. So, but the way you're building such a wonderful relationship with all my snakes that you brought off with, I feel so comfortable you having them, because I know they're going to be given so much love.
Baby them. I absolutely baby them.
And it's lovely to see that now. I'm so grateful that you and Matt have come into my life, because it means a lot to me, your friendship, on top of everything else that you do for us. I mean, you've come and helped Mandy and I with our holiday business today.
That's what friends are for, isn't it?
You've come and with your family and your children, you've kind of painted our fences, you've given a day up.
Yeah, but you cook barbecues for us.
I do.
He's a feeder, he's Italian. This is where we're trying to lose weight, and every time we come, he's like, sandwich, barbecue.
So maybe in the last few minutes, you should reveal your full identity now.
My full identity. I don't really have one of my shirts, but I actually like this. I kind of want to keep this.
Okay.
But Paul's been laughing about this.
No, I want you to have that. Honestly, I want you to have it. But go on, show us your true identity.
He's been laughing because they've been saying that I'm a witch in disguise. So what you're going to see is on New Forest Morphs, Paul and I are doing a t-shirt swap.
But I'm not going to wear a bra on mine anyway.
No, the boys like the milkshake the other way.
We'll leave it up just one t-shirt though, because otherwise Matt's likely not to be too happy. But no, thank you so much. I mean, it's your channel, but thank you so much for letting me part of it. Honestly, it's been great.
We came over here just to hang out, and then we sort of joked about doing a takeover. And to be honest with you, I can't come in here without holding at least 5 or 6 different snakes, and probably telling you that I want 5 or 8 different snakes, and just getting more and more and more, because they're just beautiful. Oh. So if you got, I mean, you're the reason we got started. You know, this is like our home from home. And it's our future snakes are in this room. We just don't know which ones yet. And, you know, your friendship and just your support and you being like my mentor on everything is just invaluable. So the fact that we got to come in today and do a hostile takeover is amazing.
Don't worry, I'll be doing a full audit before you go.
There's definitely nothing wiggling in my pockets, I promise. But no, well, thank you very much, and we hope that you enjoyed a quick glimpse into some of the 250 plus snakes that are here, the beautiful babies that I will at one point, just one or 5, and some of like the amazing projects that Paul's working on at the moment. The Ultramale clowns, oh, they're just gorgeous. The fact that we've got an unusual path though, which is going to be quite fun to document her journey as she grows. And yeah, you know, you managed to not watch me get eaten today or humped, so that's a good day. That's a good day. But yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this goof around video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I promise, you know, there's going to be a lot more stuff coming from New Forest Morphs. There's going to be a lot more knowledge-based snake information as I learn and as I grow, because I've said it on a video before. Ooh. Sorry.
Oh, you're now seeing me there. Sorry. Sorry. I've done so well holding it for 45 minutes.
I've said it on a video before that I can't stand here and talk about all the morphs because I'm new to this myself. But what I can do is I can share my journey. I'm going to be able to talk more about it as my experience grows, and we're going to share the ups, the downs, and the mistakes that I make along the way, so you guys don't have to. So hopefully. But thank you for tuning in, and have a great weekend.